feel like we're making Ben Sanders' job like really difficult. Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to do the BookTube Newbie Tag 2.0. Now I was tagged to do this by Michael S. Deutsch. He is the original creator of this tag, and I will leave his video linked down below. So I've been on BookTube for a couple of months. I'm still very green, very much a newbie, but I have seen more seasoned booktubers do this tag, and I love that. So Michael, thank you for being thoughtful enough to create something that got more dialogue going between booktubers. And thank you to everybody who's participated, and thank you for tagging me. So he tagged about 5,000 people, so it's probably pointless for me to tag anybody. I don't know that many people. Okay, question number 1 is, what genres would you like to see talked about more on BookTube? And there isn't a particular genre. I mean, obviously, you know, the genres that I read, it's really cool when I find other booktubers talking about them. But what I do think BookTube needs is a little bit more variety and a little less mainstream. I know that when I watch BookTube, I watch it to find things that I don't already know about. And so watching a lot of people talking about the same books that are already really popular and are the latest and greatest and newest releases, and you know, I personally would just like to see a little bit more exploration into self-published authors, into indie publishing companies, into things that are just a little bit outside the box. That was a really long answer. Question number 2 is, what do you feel is the best way to make friends on BookTube? Obviously, the best way to make friends on BookTube is to be an outgoing booktuber yourself, to engage with people, and that's nothing that hasn't been said before. Even if you're not an outgoing person, don't worry about it. Make genuine videos about things that you're passionate about. There's an audience for everyone, regardless of what you talk about, and people will find you. Just keep going, people will find you. And then when they engage with you, engage with them back. Go ahead and let somebody else make the first move. There's nothing wrong with that. It'll take you longer to be noticed. It'll take you longer to build a following, and it'll take you longer to make lasting friendships. But I know that we happen to be a community largely comprised of people who struggle to put themselves out there. It can be daunting. I still think that there might be people out there who don't get into BookTube because of being too timid or being too shy, and there's still an audience for you, and they will find you. It does happen. It just happens slower than getting out there and saying, "Hi world, here I am." Question number 3 is, what do you enjoy the most about making BookTube videos? I like 2 things. I like when people tell me that I've influenced what they want to read, and when people come to me seeking advice or suggestions for anything, not just what books to read, but anything. And I've been very lucky to have several of those experiences in the 2 blazingly fast months that I've been on BookTube, and honestly, that is the most, it's my favorite part, because it's the most rewarding part for me personally. Question number 4 is, what do you least look forward to when making BookTube videos? And it's just gotta be like waiting for the right time. I'm not that kind of person that is raring to go and can push herself to be friendly and energetic at the drop of a hat, or even really likes to be out of her pajamas that often. So it's it's waiting for all of the pieces to fall into place and all of the circumstances to be right in order for me to film. That means that I can't have an audience. That means that I have to be dressed and at least look semi-presentable. That means that I can't have any problems with technology. My computer, my camera, my microphone, all of it needs to be working perfectly, and I can't tell you how many times that has not been the case. And it can't be a day where somebody wants to mow their lawn or somebody wants to knock on the door or any of that kind of stuff, because that puts a damper on things. All of the planets need to align properly sometimes in order to get things done. And so you're on pins and needles hoping that nothing goes wrong, or that, you know, if I have a video to make tomorrow, I hope I wake up tomorrow in a mood to make videos, because I'm not very good at faking it. Question number 5 is, what videos besides tags, TBRs, wrap-ups, reviews, and recommendations would you like to see more of? Yes, this is BookTube, and yes, we talk about books, and yes, for some reason there's this very formulaic structure about which videos you're supposed to make and what time you're supposed to make them. And mostly I just want to see that all just go away. Like, I don't want to feel pressured to make a wrap-up and a TBR and a haul and all of these things in like the last week of a month or the first week of a month. Like, I'm not, I don't want to do that. But back to the question. Content-wise, I'm nosy and I kind of want insider looks at people's lives. More vlog type videos, I think. Super Pow just posted an awesome vlog type video where she visited some independent bookstores up in northern Michigan, and I literally just finished watching that and I loved it. I think that more people should do that, including me, someday. Question number 6 is, what are some themes you want to see more or less of in books? And I don't know. I think that any thematic element can be woven into a story and be successful as long as it's believable and as long as it fits, as long as the writer has a handle on that shit. The thing that I can't stand about books is that when one thing sells, 5 billion more books like it come out of the woodwork. I can't stand that. I hate it. It's like Twilight. I'll never forgive Twilight. Same thing, obviously, with 50 Shades of Grey. Like, if I see one more 50 Shades of Grey BDSM ripoff in the romance pages of Amazon.com, I'm going to vomit. Same thing with Sons of Anarchy. That became huge, and then next thing you know, we have all these motorcycle club themed books. So that's what I'd like to see less of in books. It's not necessarily theme, but you know what? Just stop. Just stop copying shit. Stop being a copycat. Question number 7 is, what are some of your BookTube goals? And I try to not have goals because, no, I'm just kidding. It's hard to be a slacker and have goals. My BookTube goals, I guess, are just to continue to grow into my comfort zone, to find it, first of all, and then to get really comfy there, doing more vlog type videos, letting my personality actually show through. I have this default setting where I try to be like professional and articulate and to the point, and I do it across every avenue of my life, not just BookTube. And I don't just want to stop doing that. That's my goal. Just stop it. I want to read all the books. I want to expose other people to things that I think are worthwhile. Number 8. What advice would you give to a BookTuber who just started their channel? There are 3 things. 3 pieces of advice. Number 1. Be genuine. It doesn't matter whether it's your videos or your comments on other people's videos or your responses to comments on your videos. Be genuine, because I'm telling you, it is really obvious when people aren't being themselves, and you don't want people to think that about you. So be genuine. It's hard. It really is, because you're caught up in the process of this. This is a very weird thing to do. And so whenever you're trying to do something that's very weird, like post videos of yourself on the internet, you lose a little bit of yourself while you're trying to be what you think the person posting videos on the internet would be like, basically. So don't do that. Just be genuine. Advice number 2 is to be gracious. People are taking their time out to watch your videos or comment on your videos, or people are taking their time to respond to comments that you've made. Be very gracious. Ignore the dicks. They're gonna be there because this is the internet. This is the cesspool of humanity. BookTube is awesome, but the internet sucks. And there's a lot of mean, nasty, ugly people out there waiting to pounce on people like us who will be the most affected by dicks. Ignore the dicks. And don't be one. But you're gonna get blowback, you're gonna get negative attention, and that's part of the deal. That's part of what you signed up for. Don't let that shit in. Don't let it ruin your day. Don't let anybody win. Don't respond. Don't give it any thought. Just ignore the dicks. Question number 9. What are some qualities or traits that you look for in other booktubers? In other booktubers, I'm looking for the same things that I mentioned before. People who are genuine, and people who are gracious, and people who are passionate about what they're talking about. Like, why are you uploading a video if you're not passionate about something? And if you're not, then stop, because you're wasting a lot of time. Not even mine, you're wasting your own. Quit it. Like, And finally, question number 10 is, what is a fun fact about you or a hobby that you have that other booktubers may not know that you have? That's pretty tough. I mean, I've talked about the photography that my fiance and I do as a hobby that we wish made us money. So digital photography in a fine art kind of a way, not portraiture. And as an extension of that, some graphic design type stuff, but I'm not great at it. Like, you know, I could do a book cover. I write. I've talked about that on BookTube. So I don't know what you guys don't know about me at this point. I have 7 tattoos. If I could make a hobby out of getting tattooed, I would. So that's it for my BookTube Newbie Tag 2.0. Thank you again to Michael for creating this thought-provoking tag and for tagging me in it, and for being willing to watch all of the 2.0 videos that other people do. I highly encourage everybody to check out Michael's channel. And that's all I got. That's all I got for today, guys. Give this video a thumbs up if you had a good time. I had a good time. If this tag helped you find me, welcome. And tell me in the comments down below how I can find you, and I will definitely check it out. Thanks for watching, you guys. I will see you all very soon.